So Danny, you do a lot of big wave photography, and you put your body through all of these, demanding conditions and extreme surf and everything like that. Tell us a little bit about what kinds of things your body goes through and what things you need to be prepared for to get some of these awesome shots.
First thing my body goes through in the short break is they like to call it Hawaiian chiropractic sessions. So a lot of stretching, a lot of beatings. I mean, you can imagine you're going to be taking some hits, and being towed underwater is a big thing. So a lot of breath holding, a lot of cardio, and I think the biggest thing that most water photographers go through is the mental game of staying out there and being calm.
What are some of the big things that has helped you to, do all of those things that you like doing, but also staying safe and, making sure that you're able to get all of the footage and shots that you need?
Well, every time before I go out, I say a prayer. That's my main thing. So I pray to God before I go out, and big surf especially. But I think the biggest thing is keeping calm and making sure that I'm eating the right food, having the energy provided from the food has been helping me a lot in the water. Whereas before, I used to take supplements and kind of just depended on that. I mean, I still do take supplements here and there, but it's been more of like a approach to eating right, and that's what helps me shoot a lot more.
Yeah. What are some of the most strenuous things that your body has to go through when you're shooting?
So this past year, I've been shooting with my macro lens, with a 100mm macro lens. So the thing about that is I have to actually look into my viewfinder while the wave is coming. Whereas a lot of other people are shooting with a wide angle lens. They put their hands up and you get the wide angle shot. I mean, for both approaches of that type of photography, you have your different aspects that can be hard. When you're shooting with a fisheye, you could be like closer to the surfer, and it could be scary, especially out at pipeline. Whereas with my macro lens, I could be close, but I can also have a distance to get the shot. But in order to get the shot, I have to actually be a little bit at a higher level in the water to get the shot with my viewfinder, to make sure that it's composing the wave right. So when I'm treading water, I'm actually kicking up and trying to hold still to get that frame in my viewfinder.
So what happens after you take the shot?
I just pray that I get it.
And then, I mean, what is it like after the wave goes over you? I mean, what?
That's when the fun part starts. So I mean, if I'm shooting short break and it's solid 6 to 8 feet short break, I'm looking in my viewfinder, the wave is coming, so I gotta make sure that my head doesn't get clipped by the wave. So I'm looking in the viewfinder, kind of going like that to make sure that my head is safe. And there are going to be times where that wave is going to come, it's going to suck me over. And right when that happens, that's when I hold on to my camera, hold my breath, and just, honestly, I kind of tighten up in a ball and just relax, take the beating. And the number one thing to do when you take a beating is to just relax. That's what a lot of people kind of stress out about. But when you're taking beatings, you gotta just relax your body, because the more strenuous you are, the more energy you're exerting. So you need to save that energy for the next beating.
So how many shots are you taking, or how many waves do you shoot? I know you've talked about, especially with me, like long sessions, short sessions, but on average, how long are you there in the water? How many times are you doing this over and over?
Well, I can shoot as long as the waves are good. When I was in Tahiti, I was shooting about 8 hours a day. You know, that's when it's firing. You gotta get it when it's going. You know.
Yeah.
So, think about swells and weather. It's got to all mesh together. So when it happens, you gotta be on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I'm gonna shoot all day, I'll stay and I'll shoot all day.
Mm.
If the winds are gonna get on it and it gets junk, I'll shoot for an hour, go home
Yeah.
and do business. You know.
Yeah.
But in terms of that, I gotta be prepared to shoot as long as I can.
Yeah. How does your body feel after a day in the water, shooting and everything?
Mentally, it's great.
Mhm.
It stokes me out. I'm stoked to get in the water. But on those long sessions, yeah, I do get tired.
Yes.
So that's when recovery is key.
Yeah.
So especially when I double session and I'll feel it, then I gotta wake up the next day and do it again. So
Yeah.
you gotta play it right, I guess. But when it's firing, it's firing. You gotta go and do it.
Thanks for watching. Check out my social media. Check out more YouTube videos that I have in my channel. Hit the subscribe button or like and comment below. Share these videos with family and friends, and I'll see you next time.